Hello and welcome back to Lindsay's Builds. Sorry I've been away for a while. I did say that I was going to start that HMS Heart Royal, but other things came up and I still haven't finished this Queen Elizabeth build yet, so it's taking room up on my bench. I might do a video later just to put the whole together, and then that'll be the first one. For the moment I'm going to do a kit review, which is the Magirus 330 S. It's in 1/35 scale by ICM. It's a neat little kit. They are made in Ukraine. I've got a nice little box that it comes in, better than the Revel boxes. These are quite nice. In the kit we have, I think it's about seven sprues of stuff. These are the tyres to the truck. They're nice and rubber, got a nice tread pattern on them too. I'm not sure you'll be able to see that, but there is a nice tread pattern on them. They're quite firm actually. They're not floppy or anything like that. So that's the tyres. This will only be a kind of a quick review. In this bag here we have some glass parts for the windows, front window, rear window, side windows and headlights. So that's those. Then there's a smaller sprue here. On here we have some wheel rims. There's the backings, rear axle, rear leaf springs. And this part here is the steering part on your front beam axle. And there's the front beam axle on there. Try and keep this in the camera shot. Front beam axle. So that's that sprue. It's nicely moulded as well. No flash, no sink marks, no nothing. ICM, they do make pretty good kits as far as I understand. This will be one of my first ones that I've got in my stash. On this sprue here we have the bonnet sides. Now you do get two sets of these bonnet sides. You'll see them on the other sprues because you can build this in two different versions. Also on some of these sprues there is parts that you could use on their other builds. I did see a YouTube video that was shown to me today of this kit where somebody had actually made a trailer from some of the parts of this build, of this kit, sorry. Those two there, they're front bumper flagstaffs. One of your radiator fronts. And you've got your sideboards for your bed, front and back. There's a couple of little pieces here, I'm not sure what these are. But yeah. It's nicely moulded. There's some nice detail in this. I'll bring it right to the camera, let it focus. You can see the detail on these bonnet sides. And in that front part there, front grille with the Magirus sign. So that's that sprue. On this sprue here we have, this is your seat, front bench seat. your doors. There's those bonnet sides again, a different style. Then you got your engine blocks, pulleys, that's the sump part, not sure what that bit is. Then you got your fan for your engine. I like how they've moulded that plastic sprue around it to protect it. That's pretty good, that's pretty neat. That's your rear back cab half. This is your front of your cab with the roof. Here you have the floor pan, this part here. Then this part here is your front fenders with the bumpers. That's the bottom of the seat that attaches to the cab floor. Then we've got the inner door panels. These two parts here go on the side of the cab. Radiator. Then you've got another one of these front grills. So like I say, you can do this build two different ways, 1948 and 1949. And you've got your fuel tank. There's your gearbox thing. And this other part, I'm not too sure what that is yet. You have to excuse the cough. On this sprue here, we have more wheel parts there for your wheels. There's another set of pulleys. There's your inlet manifold, your exhaust manifold. Not sure what them bits are. You got your prop shaft. Not sure what that part is. I think that is part of the steering mechanism. Got some window wipers here and many other little parts. These are for the to make up the chassis. Some parts there. Then you've got your front of your dash. You do have decals for your dash in this kit. There's the exhaust system. All your door handles. A couple of other bits. These parts here, they are marked in red in the instruction manual. These are actually for a canopy that you can put on the bed if you wanted to. There's four of those. There's the other two there. That one and that one. And you've got other bits of your chassis there as well. And that's that sprue. On this sprue here, we have the main chassis rails, each side, same with that side. Flip it over for you. These parts here, these are what sits on top of the chassis rails for the bed. You got your rear wheel arches, your bed for the back of the truck, some more sides. There's two different types of sides. And there's like you saw on that other sprue. There's another headboard, another rear board, and a few other little bits. So that's pretty good. So you get two choices, what you want to build. Just get the instruction book out. You get a small small amount of decals. You got your rear number plates, also your dash decals as well there in the middle between the ICM and that top number. Your dash decals. Here is your instruction manual. All you read up about it and all explaining what kind of truck it is and stuff like that. Also gives you your colour guide at the bottom. The different languages. Then you got your usual sprue setups. The red parts there are not actually for this kit. That's that side and that side. They're just conversions if you wanted to use them. Then you got your instructions, stages 1 all the way to stage 6 is the engine. Quite simple, not complicated at all, very clear instructions. So that's those first 6 stages. Stage 7 to stage 12 is building your chassis and then assembling the engine into the chassis itself and putting the front fenders and bumper on. So that's that, those few stages. So like I said, it'll only be a quick review. Stage 13 all the way to stage 19 is putting your gearbox in. Assemble the gearbox, springs, that's the towing hook, there's your exhaust system there, and it shows you how to install it all. Then there's your front beam axle with your steering rod. So stage 20 all the way to 23 is your rear axle assembly with your prop shaft. Then in installing it, same with your front beam axle with your steering rack. That part there, that is for the steering arm. Stage 24 all the way to stage 30 is your fuel tank and your wheel assemblies, and then installing them on the chassis. It's a pretty basic kit really. Stage 31 all the way to 35 is your spare wheel assembly. Then you put these beams on top of the chassis rails for your bed. There's your seat assembly. There's your floor pan, putting your accessories in, like your handbrake, gear lever, pedals and everything else. Very, very clear instructions. Stage 36 to 39 is assembling the seat inside and then attaching the back wall and those side pieces. They're like an L shape, they go on both sides, connect to the in there. And that's assembling the rear wall to the bottom of the floor pan. Stage 40 all the way to 43. That's the other side of the assembling that bit to the side. Interior tub. Then you've got your roof and your front panel going down into your interior tub. Shows you the connection. Then you've got your front dashboard assembly. And that's installing it with your decals, and then your front window screen. Stage 44 all the way to 49 is the door assembly, left and right. And then as you're assembling your cab with your steering column. And then there's these optional bonnet sides. You get 2 sets in the kit. There's a steering wheel attaching to the steering column. Stage 50 to 51. It shows you your optional parts for your grills. You can have either one. Same with your bonnets, bonnet sides. You can have them different. And there's your door assembly on this side, left and right. So that's that. Stage 52 starts with the bed. That's the bottom of the bed, and then putting your beams across the bed. You can actually turn this, put all little wood deck in there, stand it all down, and then just put a wood deck in, and do the same with the sides. Or you could go for those cattle style ones with the extra boards on top. Stage 54 all the way to 57. That's rear light assemblies. There's your wheel arches to put on your bed. There's kind of steps there, I think. Then it shows you to put the bed, attach it to the chassis, the actual truck itself. Quite simple. There you go, like final assemblies. In each truck. Depends on how you wanted it, I suppose. Then on the back, back of the instructions, you got the 1948 version and the 1949 versions. Not sure whether I like this colour or not. Strange colour. But I say you could turn this into some kind of military vehicle if you wanted to, or a civilian truck. Depends on how you wanted to build it. Just depends how far you wanted to go. So that's the kit review of the ICN Magirus 330 1/35th scale. I will see you again in the next video. Bye for now.